He got the whole.
It's just two.
He got the whole hood.
Two homies.
Yeah, and this other friend, he was it was funny because he was like, yo, why are you only like recording or producing Spanish artists, Spanish rappers? He's like, you should record more American rap, And I was telling him, I was like, yeah, bro, but like low key is just the Spanish rappers. I've noticed they have had like a certain level of dedication and a certain level of commitment that I wasn't able to reach through the American rappers. Like I was like, in other words, I was able to produce mainly that type of group. So I was like telling him, I was like, bro, I get your point.
Yeah, like he wants you to focus on something that's more popular, but it's like, even though that, I feel like that's an ignorant
if you're more
thing
comfortable
to say, because like there's like every country, every language has their own version of everything. So it's like, at the end of the day, like let's say you making pop right now, right? And then 2 years later, K-pop pull up, like you're gonna want to switch to the K-pop. So it doesn't really make sense to say, concentrate on this shit.
But it don't even matter, bro. Make what you want to make.
Yeah.
If you're comfortable in one area, you're going to give it your best in that specific thing.
Exactly.
So if you're comfortable with, Latin music, then I know you're going to produce the best Latin music because that's what you want. So, I mean,
I feel like it's not
that's
so
like
much...
That's like me expecting like that producer Tiny.
Oh, yeah,
Tiny, yeah.
Tiny, right?
Like you expecting
that's
him to do
expecting
something
me
with English
to come to him and be like, I need you to produce the hardest trap beat ever.
Right, yeah.
I mean, he could do it, but
He
that
could
doesn't
he
mean
could do
that
it. He could probably do a really good trap beat, but I wouldn't go to him for a trap beat. I'd go to a trap artist.
Yeah.
Right.
808 Mafia or something. You know what I mean? Like I would go that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a slight on him. It's just being good at what you're good at.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and to also be fair, when I kind of explained it to him further, he understood. He understood that perspective. Where the other homie, when I tried to explain it to him, he didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Does he do music? The one that didn't care?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, there you go. There's your answer right there. I'm not gonna explain myself to someone that does that. That's not even in the industry. I can't even have the conversation with you. Honestly.
Do you hear the static?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming back. Is it mine?
Let me just check.
again?
Hold on.
Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with this shit, bro?
What the fuck is that?
Oh gosh, now he gonna be saying some wild stuff on this podcast.
Oh my god.
Julian gonna tell us about his whole childhood now.
He's going to end it early.
Yeah.
So anyways. Sample that shit.
Yo, we should sample that.
5,
Bro, you're gonna have to do
7.
this later, bro. We're back on the podcast now.
I'm done.
Driving down the highway.
Oh, dude, that song is...
Done.
I feel like that's
it.
low-key could be like
Now I call out
like
to it.
a hit, bro. That song, because it's so catchy, the chorus.
Cruising round I-90 or cruising down I-95.
While I'm driving so damn high.
Yo.
Julian in the highway sucking dick all night.
Wow. Jeez. Okay. Anyways,
Louis trying to pass the border but can't get by.
okay.
All right, let's finish off.
We are officially back after technical difficulties.
Finally.
Took a little break.
So going back to what we were talking about was with
We're still on criticism?
Yeah, we were talking about
we were talking about how Julian was saying about his friend who's saying you should only stick to the Latin music, and I was saying like
no, he was saying that I should. In reality, he wasn't talking about Latin
or not
music.
stick to the Latin music, but go to the English music because that's what's popping or whatever.
Yeah.
NT-ways.
Fuck that
Yeah, screw him. He wasn't even. And he's not.
No,
even
no,
doing
no.
Music,
He
doesn't even know nothing about music.
The one that said the Latin music, he's actually a good friend. So don't screw it. Nah.
Listen,
hey, bro, screw that opinion. Not you, just that opinion.
One thing that I stick by, if you're in a new area that you're not familiar with, is to keep your mouth shut and your ears open. You know.
All right, I kind of want to change topics, and I want to talk about. What are your thoughts on the YNW Melly case?
You did the crime. You did the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's all I got.
Even being big is not gonna protect you.
I don't care, bro. You do the crime. You do the time. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it is to it.
Hear that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, which one is it?
Pause it.
Bet money is
That's
ours.
mine. Yeah, it's mine.
Fuck.
So I'm pretty sure it's the channel.
I think it's either, or then let's switch channels. Let's switch channels real quick. Turn off the input.
Mic pre's off, so it's fine.
Okay.
Go to 23.
But Lewis's was fine, right?
Yeah,
Lewis
mine's
is
good.
fine.
So we back.
Wait, is it?
No, press 3.
Press 3.
Yeah, it is.
No, it is.
Zoom in.
Now it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Back to the what is it? YN
W. Melly case.
Melly.
Yeah.
Bro, you do the crime, you do the time. It's
I mean, it's a little bit more than, because I've been keeping up with it lately, and it's very interesting because if y'all don't know, YNW Melly and Bortland have been accused of a double homicide on their friends, Sack Chaser and Juvie, and the defense or the state is trying to claim that because Bortland, he went and he reported it as like a drive-by, and they're trying to prove that YNW Melly actually shot both of them, and that they later try to frame it as a drive-by. So this all allegedly. He's not convicted of anything yet. They're going through the case right now. They're having it's really interesting because it's like they're having a lot of because they don't have evidence like they don't have the weapon. They don't have like a witness testimony. You know, they don't have actual proof
Right.
that he did it, and it's all circumstantial.
but that's what I'm saying. If the only way you can do the time is if they can prove that you do the crime. If they can't prove it, bro, you're a free man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. But it's kind of a situation where he has to almost prove his innocence because it does really looks bad on him. You know what I mean? And I know there's a bunch of people that are like saying, "Oh, free YNW Melly and free that group," but I mean, I feel as like you said, if they did do that, bro, you're saying free somebody that committed murder, which I think it's and if they didn't do it, then you know. But I don't know. I feel like it's.
That's what I'm saying. If you can prove it,
That's the thing.
then you do the time. If you can't prove it, then you don't do time.
I mean,
No, there are cases where you can't prove it in court, but it's kind of like obvious and shit like that.
but
like the OJ
But my
case,
thing is
bro.
like, yeah. But my thing is like,
And the whole thing was that
that's the legal system here, whether we like it or not. Like that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're not like, it's not based on feelings and it's not based on how it looks. It's, bro, do you have evidence to convict me?
Yeah.
If you do, then you're going to jail. If you don't have evidence, I don't care how bad it looks. If you don't have the evidence, you
No.
can't convict me.
Here's the thing. Do you think there's a possibility that if he does get out, he's a complete free person, that the sales of like music or whatever would go up because people would be like, oh,
I mean, that's what he got a lawsuit recently by the families of the murder victims, and also I want to say my condolences to the family, because either way, no matter what, that's not an easy situation. Either if he did do the murders or didn't, just condolences for the family, because that's like no matter what, losing a family member. Yeah, that's really tough,
especially in the kind of circumstances. Like,
yeah. So, but back to the point. What were you saying, Ari?
Well, to answer your question as far as the music sales, I think it will go up because people, obviously they're gonna expect him to address it in his music,
and then that'll probably boost his.
It's the
his
gossip,
ego and
bro.
shit.
It's like the like.
Now I remember what I was gonna say. So he got a lawsuit, and the lawsuit is they're suing, I think, YMW Melly, the brand, and it's like, I think it's technically like a label or something like that, or no, they're not a label, but whatever. They're trying to sue YMW Melly for $10 million or something like that.
Shit.
And within the lawsuit, they're trying to claim that he's profited off the murders of the victims. And I mean, I feel like yes and no. Like, I don't think it was done intentionally, at least from my like, I don't think it was done obviously like, oh, because that's what the lawsuit's trying to claim.
You're
like,
gonna profit with attention.
Yeah.
The more attention you get, the more eyes are gonna be on you. So yeah, people are gonna be streaming your stuff. They're gonna be more curious. They're gonna whatever. And like, okay, me for example, I haven't done any real research into his case or whatever, but like, I don't listen to his music. Me personally, like, I haven't like taken the time to go listen to whatever.
I listened a little bit. I remember he popped off 2018 with the Murder on My Mind. You know, that was a really popular song.
I'll be honest, bro. Like, it sounds silly, but what turned me off was all these dudes got the same name.
Oh,
Yeah,
YNW,
YNW.
Borland,
Yeah, YNW. I'm like, bro, like,
Or
this is
NBA
lame,
as
bro.
well.
Yeah, like,
But
for me, it's lame, but whatever.
I think they did that as like a
Yeah, because they
as
want to
like
make it like a
group
thing,
and that's
and
how they
whatever.
initially did it, you know. And
guess.
YMW Melly was the one that popped off out of everyone in the group. And you know, he even made a song with Kanye, which was pretty good, you know, before he got locked up and everything. So I think it's a very tricky, because he's facing the death penalty, if y'all don't know.
Mhm.
He's potentially, because they're trying to say it was also gang affiliated, because he's part of the Blood Gang. I forgot or affiliation with the Blood Gang, and they're trying to also pin that on him, and for that they can give him the death penalty.
See, like, this leads me down a whole nother rabbit hole, because it's just like, bro, like, y'all still think acting gangster is like cool or something? Like, it's lame, dog. It's stupid.
just-
Like, this whole gang culture is
But
so dumb.
It's stupid, but if you think about it, it works, because the reason it works is that it kind of backs up, and I feel like it helps almost in a way to promote their music. If you look at 6ix9ine, bro, that's exactly what he did. That's why he got into Treyway. That's why he got into the gang shit, and it's because America. Even 50 Cent said it, bro. America got a thing for this gangster shit, you know.
Yeah,
But that's the thing. Like, they think they're all loyal and shit until, you know, charges come their way. Then they start ratting everybody out, and then
Look at
you know,
Gunna.
Well, he didn't he technically he did a plea where it, from my understanding, it doesn't he's not like saying it's like there's an agreement where he's like how do you say, it's like
It doesn't implicate Gunna, Young Thug, but
yeah,
it just gets him out of it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not saying that it's, even though like it looked bad in the situation when he was in court, but you know, and then also he was implying, if you listen to his new album, bro, his new album, I recommend it. It's actually really good. Even though all the
No, I listened to the album. The album's good. Like, I'm not hating on the album. The music's good. I'm just saying, like,
he was put in a fucked up
I mean,
situation, and but like at the end,
bro, for me, if you're gonna add like gangsta in your music and all that,
yo, Ari,
like Gato and stuff, like
I don't know if the camera
the camera.
should
Like, if you're gonna add like that in your music and all that, like, don't just do it because of like on the image. Like, if you actually gangsta, it's because you actually gangsta, you know.
But bro, like
yeah,
I feel
but even that whole culture, bro. This is why I don't understand. Like,
yeah, but like what I'm trying to say is like, why faking it?
being a
you know,
gang,
like,
but why be a real one?
also, but
yeah,
like
it.
But like what I'm trying to say
Why-
is like, why are you trying to be something that you're not even, you know, like.
It's not that. It's also like, if you're gonna get into the life, then why, you know, you gotta be able to take the heat at least. But you know,
Yeah.
also you're a big figure. You know, don't you think people are gonna look your way?
Yeah.
So it's
And you influencing a
tough.
lot of
And
people.
now,
right?
well, that's
So-
the other thing I was gonna say is the influence that you have on people. It's like, okay, you want to be gangster, you want to be this, all right, whatever. But I guarantee you, okay, how old is YNW Melly?
I
Probably
think he's like around
his
their
20
age.
something.
Yeah, I think he's around.
So
their
let's
age.
just say what, 24? Let's just say
Yeah.
Around that age,
Ish.
probably.
24-ish. Okay, you mean to tell me that when he was growing up, he didn't have the option of just doing better in school and getting him out of certain situations?
Yes.